Some people have run-ins with the police, and it may be while they're driving, it may be while they're walking down the street, it may be while they're coming out of a bar, or restaurant, or family home. And when the police stop you, it's important for you to remember that there are two types of stops. There's a consensual stop, where the officer says, "Hey, do you mind if I talk to you?" And you have every right to say no and continue walking. And then there's a detention. And the detention is where the officer says, "Stay right there, I need to talk to you, don't move." Or if you say, "I don't want to talk to you," and start to walk away, the officer turns around and says, "No, stay here." If the officer says, "No, stay here," that's a non-consensual stop. At that point, my advice is always the same. Listen to the officer, be very polite. Provide your identification if you have it on you. Other than that, you have no obligation to tell the officer anything. If you've been drinking and driving, or if you've been drinking and are walking down the street, assume, no matter what you say or do, that you will be arrested. That's especially true for a DUI. You are unable to pass the DUI tests the officers give. One of the tests requires that you take 10 steps toe to heel, turn in a certain way, and 10 steps back. If there is a half inch between your toe and a heel, you fail the test. It's not like a score of 90 is passing. It's not. Any error is a failure. So those tests are not designed to allow you to go home. Those tests are designed to give the officer probable cause to arrest you. Do not admit to drinking. Officer, I respectfully decline to answer your questions. If the officer asks if you have any medical issues, tell the officer what your medical issues are. "Yes, officer, I've got a bad knee from football," or "I've got terrible allergies, my eyes are always running." But do not admit to drinking. Do not tell them when you ate. Do not go into where you're going or coming from. Just simply, respectfully decline. Because as I said, if you're drinking and driving and they smell any alcohol on your breath, you're going to jail no matter what those tests are. If you don't do those tests, then the officer lacks probable cause to have stopped you and arrested you. As such, you give your attorney an opportunity to defeat the blood evidence, that is the blood alcohol content. And that in turn opens up your ability to bring a civil rights suit for false arrest.